talking about sprites. You guys made the Germ Fighter game, and you had two sprites. The white blood cell that you moved around using your finger, and the germ, which bounced around on its own that would collide with the white blood cell. A sprite's just a picture that moves around the canvas, and then the user can interact with it. Okay, and that's all it is. It's just a picture. There's nothing fancy about a sprite. It's just a picture, and it moves. Okay, it's just a picture that we have control over, and that's all a sprite is. Let's talk about the sprites, though, because the sprites that you used or that you made in your Germ Fighter game moved around like this. Right? Sorry, it fades out there. That's just how the animation is. Right? The sprite moved like this. It moved around the screen, both of them. They moved around the screen. They were just one picture that moved around, right? But that's not really how sprites work. That's not how people move, right? People move more like this, right? This is just called animation. The thing about animation is all it is, this is the one that I made, my animation, my winky face. The thing about animation is all it is just a series of pictures. Okay, so let's go back here. So if you look at this here, it looks like Mario's moving, but it's not. It's just a series of pictures played over and over and over again that make it look like it's moving. This is one picture, and we just move the picture across. This is a series of pictures to make it look like he's walking, and then we also just use the same code to make it look like he's walking across. Okay, so all we need to do is add the code that flips through these pictures. Okay, so here's my winky face. And when I save this, it saves as all these different pictures, and they're named Wink 0, Wink 1, Wink 2, Wink 3, and Wink 4, right? So there's just 5 pictures. Just 5 pictures that flip through and then start over. So all we need to do is we need to change this number here, right? So we're going from 0, 1, 2, 3 to 4, and then back to 0. And all we do is we create a variable that's just going to count those numbers. So that variable is just going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we join those together, so it'll say wink, and then that variable, which I called sprite counter, .png. So every time, so we'll put this in our clock, so that every time that clock ticks, it's switching from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, but still keeping the wink in .png. And we'll get this. Okay. But before we code our sprite, we have to make our sprite. That's the fun part. And we're going to use a program called Piskel. Create a sprite. All right, so this is the program. I'm just going to walk you through it real quick. Owen, will you turn the lights off for me, please? Thank you. All right, so this is the Piskel app where we can draw sprites. You can make your sprites bigger or smaller. Let's do something. Make a guy wave. So this is my guy. There we go. I'm such an artist. All right. So over here are your frames. So this is the pictures that it's going to flip through. And you don't want to add a new frame because then you have to start all over. What you want to do is duplicate this frame. And now you see I got 2 that are the same. And I'm going to turn on my onion, the layers, because that allows me to see. Oh, I'm going to turn it on. There we go. So that allows me to see kind of, you can see the it's kind of shaded here what my last layer looked like, and I'm going to add, just go up a little bit. There you go. Now you can see he's starting to wave. I can slow it down here if I want to. There we go. And now I'm going to duplicate this one. And my eraser. Here we go. Look at him wave. Hey, guy. And hey, another thing you can do is so his arm goes up and then it starts over. I also want to make it go down so I can duplicate this and move it here. There we go. That's crazy. There we go. Now it's moving up and down. There we go. And yeah. All right, you can see I'm not the world's greatest artist. Okay, but you can. Oh, will you turn the lights back on, please? You can spend some more time, work on making a sprite look good, and then when you get done, if you go here to Canvas, you're going to export it as a zip file. Okay, so this is going to export each of these as its own picture. Okay, so you need the zip file, and then you got to unzip it or extract it by right-clicking on it. So you'll download a file that looks like this, then you right-click it to extract it, and then all these pictures will come up, and then you can import these pictures into App Inventor, and then you can start coding. Okay, this guy does a really good job of explaining it all, so if you want to watch this guy, you can, or if you want to just see the code, you can look at it here. I did. This is a blank app. Let me show you this real quick. That's not here. It is. So it's already got the canvas and the sprite is already in there, but it's not labeled or anything. I also have an up, down, left, right button so that you can code that as well. But if you just want it to move on its own, like my winky face here, you just follow this guy's steps, and he tells you how to just make it move, not necessarily, or how to animate it, not necessarily how to make it move around the canvas. So